Hey everyone, and welcome back to another CCN video. So in today's video, guys, I wanted to talk about everything memory fragment related. This is the gear in this game, right? So there's a couple places to get it. The first place is through farming it with your energy and simulation. Now, early on, I think this is one of the worst places to get gear. There's been a lot of content creators that have made videos about this as well, but I do want to just put it on this video in case people haven't seen it. So you can farm all the different sets here. I think this is the one reason to farm this is if you're looking for a specific piece, you can go in and try and farm. The issue is prior to level 50, account level 50, you're kind of gated on stage 5, where you want better drops the higher up you go. So I don't think you should waste a whole lot of energy on this early on. For that reason, and then the other reason is a lot of people have found that in the 0 system, when you get up to level 9, every boss you beat, so there's 2 bosses, right? There's an exterior boss and an interior boss on each of these chaos runs. They will drop 3 pieces of legendary gear. So it is more time consuming, but it is more bang for your buck because you spend the 60 energy and you get a bunch of things. You get more account experience, you get better gear, all that. So this is where you should be farming, like early on to build up your characters. And then eventually, once you start unlocking more and more things from your account level and raising up the ranks in simulation, that's when you can target specific sets in the simulation. That would at least be my recommendation. Now, what are the types of gear that you're going to be targeting, right? The game has a crafting system in here, which is great because it does show you the main stats that your pieces can be on the right side. So the left side, in typical gacha fashion, all of these pieces are static main stats. So health, defense, and attack, they will always be the same main stat. You're just looking for substats and the right set. Where on the right side, you're looking for good substats, you're looking for a good set, and you're also looking for a good main stat. So much harder to come by. Whenever you're crafting pieces of gear, you want to always craft the right side pieces. So what are you, gonna craft on those right side pieces? So the game does give you an option to really just like narrow down the type of piece you want. However, you do need to use this material. And you can only get 2 of these a month. One is pretty easy to get from the Zeronium shop. It's very cheap. This is like your monthly currency, like tower-esque currency shop. This one's easy. The Arc City one is a bit of a grind, but it is doable. And this is most likely one of the more valuable resources in the game, so you should be targeting that. But these are the main stats that you can get. So there's only 4. One thing to point out here is this is the only right side piece that you can get crit chance or crit damage on. So these are certainly more rare. The issue that I've come across, at least early game, is crit chance is very hard to come by. You see that a lot in gacha games, and it holds true here. So crit chance, I think, is a much more valuable main stat early on, early and mid game. Late game, crit damage could become more valuable considering your main, like your substats on your left side pieces or on your right side pieces, and you have enough to warrant crit damage. Potential is also a time gate, and you can get crit chance increases on your potential, so that's where crit damage ends up becoming a more viable stat. So these are the 2 pieces that I think you should be crafting, but early on, crit chance for sure. Whenever it comes to the main stat that you see gear dropping, like when you're doing chaos, you don't necessarily have to dismantle them if their attack percentage for like your damage dealers. This is still a viable, piece to use early on, but I would really minimize this to like just leveling up the gear 3 times, and I'll talk about that in a second, because the resources are pretty rough, and this main stat is something that will fall off rather quickly once you start hitting your crit caps to really maximize damage. So it's an okay piece to level up to like 3, maybe 5 if you're struggling on your main damage dealer, whatever, but you do need to know it's going to fall off quick. And then health percentage is just for your support characters. And I mean pure support, not like sub DPS, because sub DPS supports, I think you're still using attack percentage, crit chance, or crit damage, depending on if they scale off defense or whatever, right? So yeah, top right piece is pretty straightforward. So this is the only place that you can get these specific damage percentage pieces. So all of the different elements are in here, all 5 of them. This is very straightforward. If you have a damage dealer, it doesn't matter if it's defense scaling, health, or attack percentage scaling, you're going to want to target this for your damage dealers. And then whenever it comes to your supports, again, you're probably just going health percentage again, just to increase your overall health in the chaos runs, because your other characters might not have as much health, so you want to stack it. And then again, if you come across attack percentage pieces, just as you're farming, it's okay to keep them. And this is maybe a case where attack percentage could be better than the actual damage percentages. Time will tell. I don't think anyone has really done the math on this, so just keep that in mind. And then this bottom right piece is the only place that you can get defense percentage and ego recovery. So I don't know enough about ego recovery to recommend this, but defense percentage in this game is quite valuable because shields scale off of it, healing also scales off of it, and you have some damage dealers that base their damage off of defense percentage. So for any of those characters, so any support character that heals or puts up shields, I think defense percentage is way more valuable than health percentage here, because you can get health percentage on the other 2 pieces, right? So defense percentage, highly valuable here. And this is the one place where your damage dealers are going to want attack percentage, where on the other 2 pieces, it's either crit chance, crit damage, or the specific element damage. So how do you craft these things, right? I already alluded to the one, and it's this multi-dimensional piece. So if I wanted defense percentage here, I could do this. I could even pick the set, like this is a crit chance set, but I can go to a defense set. I can come down here and I can put defense percentage, and this is what it's going to cost me. So one of these pieces, remember, you only get 2 of them a month, and then these, traces of memory. So the way that you get these is by dismantling legendary gear. So you want to get a bunch of legendary gear so you can dismantle them. So yeah, it's kind of costly, and it does cost you units. And as a lot of CCs have commented recently, once you get to level 50 and you're trying to upgrade your characters from 50 to 60, including your partners, this becomes a valuable resource. So you need to be careful about the amount of stuff that you craft, the amount of levels that you level up your gear, because they also take these units. So the last thing that I'll mention is the stuff that you want to dismantle. I think the middle right piece is like very straightforward. The reason why I say this is if you have, like, let's say you have a piece like this, right? Where it's instinctual growth. If you have 4 more cards in your hand, 15% instinct card damage. Now, if you have this set and then the main stat is anything but instinct damage or attack percentage, it's a sell, right? Health percentage on this, you don't want. If it's passion damage, you don't want that for an instinct card damage set. These are the easiest ones to come by. Also, if you have like an attack set and you have a health percentage roll, you want to get rid of that. If you have a health set or something like that, or a defense set, no, that's a bad example, but I hope you get the point there. So instinct damage, all of these things, like order damage on a health set, maybe you're most likely just going to use max HP sets on support heroes, and they're not going to be doing any damage, so this is a good dismantle. And this is another one where, like you see here, dismantling 1 piece of legendary gear gets you 10 of these, and you need 100 to craft. So do keep that in mind. But we will dismantle this, and we'll see that that's what we get. So on the bottom right piece, remember, this is the only place you can get defense percentage and the ego boost. So attack percentage on any of these like damage dealing sets is good. Instinct damage, defense percentage, this is great, like on Khalip that I showcased in my last video. Great piece of gear. Health percentage with max health, it's a great piece. Health percentage with 20% crit chance, this is a good sell, right? For damage dealing gear, you never want health percentage here. You want attack percentage because it's the only place that you can get that main stat. So health percentage, defense percentage on like support characters here is pretty good, but anything outside of that, you just want attack percentage. You really don't want health whenever it comes to your damage dealing abilities. So that's another one. Up here, remember, this is where crit chance and crit damage are very, very valuable. So any damage dealing set with like health percentage, like not good, you're never going to use it. So just get rid of it. And as you see, like most of my stuff here is just +3. Like I needed this to allow me to get past certain points, but 20% crit chance on a health percentage piece, never going to use this. I want crit chance, I want crit damage, or attack percentage. So you still get the 10 pieces here. You do get some of the leveling up that I wasted on this, but I don't get any units back. So that's a bummer. And then on your like left side pieces, all you're looking for is like decent substats. Like here you have a damage dealing set, you have crit damage, you have damage over time. This is more so for like agony. There are cards that come out that apply agony like on epiphanies. So whatever, you can keep something like that. Here's an HP set with defense, flat health, like it's whatever. And then here we have instinct damage with like defense percentage, extra damage. This is also really good on Khalip because she does extra damage. She scales off of defense. So even though this is a flat attack piece, these are pretty good substats. So these are a little bit trickier just because the substats, I think, are a little bit harder to come by, like the ones that you think you need at the point in time. But I think you guys can make the right kind of decisions. So yeah, I did just want to mention some of the memory fragment stuff because I do think it's important. The best places to farm it. It's also one of the missions here. That's kind of what triggered the thought process. So yeah, that's what I got for you today, guys. I'm going to be out all weekend, but I'm going to queue up some videos for this game. It's just going to be character guides. So pay attention to that and look forward to seeing you at the start of the week. Have a great weekend. All right, catch you on the next one. See ya.